This is News 3 Now at 5.
Tonight, a person who hit and injured a little girl in Fitchburg is on the run, and police want to find him.
It happened last night at High Ridge Trail, just off of Fish Hatchery Road, and that's where our Brad Hamilton is live this afternoon. Brad, how is that young girl doing today?
Well, we know now that the 6-year-old was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Now, police's attention turns to finding the driver responsible for this crazy crash.
Something that we wouldn't wish anyone to have to deal with, let alone a young child.
A child sent to the hospital after someone hit her and then took off around 8 p.m. Sunday. Fitchburg Lieutenant Edward Hartwick says that his force is on the lookout for a Hispanic man in his 20s riding in a 4-door sedan. But witnesses say the driver made things even worse before he took off.
It sounds like the driver did stop briefly and admonished the girls for being out in the street and then continued on driving away.
The young girl is expected to be okay, but Lieutenant Hartwick says the last thing anyone should do in this situation is leave. He wants this to serve as a reminder to always drive responsibly.
It's really important that with the amount of distractions that are out on the road these days, that people are just paying attention and looking for things that they're not anticipating.
Fitchburg police are asking that if you or someone you know has any information about this crash, please give them a call. Now, reporting here in Fitchburg, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Brad, thank you.
Krista Halderson is still missing tonight. Now 12 days after she was first reported missing by her son Chandler. And we're still working to get you answers about the human remains that were found last week on DNR land. The sheriff's office told us not to expect any updates tonight on the search for Krista. She and her husband Bart were last seen at their Windsor home back on July 1st. Since then, some of Bart's remains were found in rural Dane County. The couple's son has been charged in connection to Bart's death. He is still in the Dane County jail and will appear in court again next week.
Clear skies sticking around tonight, but we still need some rain. Looks like it's going to be high and dry this week. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti has your certified most accurate forecast. Gary?
Susan, there'll be some slight chances for rain. It'll be one of those situations where a couple people get it and most of the rest of us miss out. As we look at visible cloud track, you can see that we've had hazy sunshine again today. It's that wildfire smoke from Canadian wildfires that's overhead. But on Doppler track, you can see a cluster of thunderstorms up in northwestern Minnesota, but it's moving almost straight south, and you can see how it's dissipating as it drops to the south because there's warmer air aloft, and that's going to work against our rain chances, even though temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 80s, and dew point temperatures are in the upper 50s to the lower 60s. It'll become increasingly humid with time. So the heat index right now is about what the temperature is. But as we take a look at our day planner, look for an overnight low temperature of about 63, high tomorrow of about 88. There is a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the afternoon, but it might be about a 1 in 5 chance as it appears right now, and won't be enough to break the drought. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for rain as we head through the rest of the week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Dane County is often celebrated for its high vaccination rate, but there is still a staggering disparity when you break down vaccinations by race.
Our Christina Laurie explains just how alarming that difference is and what's being done about it.
While about 2/3 of white people here in Dane County are fully vaccinated, 2/3 of black people are not. And unfortunately, those numbers don't appear to be changing.
Doctors say they understand the hesitancy, much of it rooted in our country's racist history, that's causing many black people not to want the vaccine. They're trying to share information about why this vaccine is different and safe, but they say there's also an access issue. While many white people take for granted the ability to just go and get a vaccine, many black people might not have a doctor to go to or easy internet access so they can find one.
It's so important to work with partners in the community to make sure we're getting the right messaging out to those folks who are getting vaccinated at a much lower rate.
That's where local groups come in. All pandemic, the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County has been helping debunk misinformation and bring the vaccine into BIPOC communities.
We're not here to tell you what to do. We are only here to ensure that you have the facts to make an informed decision and respect that you have that choice for yourself.
Ahead at 6, we'll explain how they'll continue to do that outside of routine vaccination clinics and how we can all play a role in helping people who want a shot get one. Reporting in Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Christina Laurie.
Thank you, Christina. If you're unvaccinated and you want to learn more about your vaccine options, we have information on our website, channel3000.com. Just type in your zip code and find your nearest vaccination clinic and connect with doctors. Wisconsin is inching closer to half of its population being fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Right now, the state is just shy of 49%. Dane County is still well ahead of the statewide pace. 2/3 of people in Dane County are fully vaccinated.
For the first time in nearly a year and a half, you will be able to plan a trip to Canada, the country opening its borders to vaccinated Americans, and that'll start August 9th. Fully vaccinated Canadians and permanent U.S. residents will be allowed. Other international travelers, though, they'll still have to wait until September. Canada's government says anyone not vaccinated will not be welcome. A leading pediatrics group says all children should wear masks in school this fall, even if they are vaccinated. The American Academy of Pediatrics says this would be safer and more effective than schools trying to monitor and enforce rules for only kids who aren't vaccinated.
When you have a degree of viral dynamics in the community and you have a substantial proportion of the population that is unvaccinated, that you really want to go the extra step, the extra mile to make sure that there's not a lot of transmission, even breakthrough infections among vaccinated individuals.
Right now, only Pfizer's vaccine is available to children as young as 12.
It has not been a good day on Wall Street. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ ended the day down. But all of the attention tonight is on the Dow, suffering its biggest drop of the year and falling more than 725 points. The Dow plummeted more than 1,000 points 6 times last year. 5 of those meltdowns happened last March at the start of the pandemic. Investors fear the Delta variant could threaten the country's recovery. But President Biden says there is something we can do to turn it all around, and that is get vaccinated.
You know, this virus doesn't have to hold you back any longer. It doesn't have to hold our economy back any longer. But the only way we put it behind us is if more Americans get vaccinated.
Meanwhile, President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure deal is on life support. A procedural vote on Wednesday aims to pressure negotiators to finalize a deal. Leading GOP members say the Democratic-sponsored bill is not ready for a vote.
All right, the Bucs are on the verge of making some history, and the team wants everyone to get in on the fun. You're looking live. This is a pretty empty Deer District right now, but tomorrow night, of course, it will be packed. The Bucs are expanding that area now to allow up to 65,000 fans to attend the outdoor watch party. They see the Bucs possibly win their first NBA title in 50 years. Now, if you can't make it over to Milwaukee, there are plenty of places to watch tomorrow's game right here in Madison, including Breese Stevens Field. Forward Madison says it's hosting a post-game watch party after its international friendly match. Entry into the stadium for the watch party will be free. And we have much more coverage of this crucial Game 6, including a full list of places to check out the game in the Madison area on our Channel 3000 News app. It is free and easy to find in your app store. Bowl season is coming to Wisconsin for the first time ever. It's the inaugural Culver's Isthmus Bowl. It'll be played at Verona Area High School's new stadium this November. It'll feature 2 Division III teams from the WIAC and the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin, the CCIW. So schools like UW-Whitewater and UW-Platteville will be eligible to play, and you can find more information on tickets and the game at isthmusbowl.com. We're continuing to follow the chaos at a Washington Nationals game over the weekend when a shooting near one of the ballpark's gates sent fans and players running for cover.
Saturday night's game between the Padres and the Nationals was suspended, and it was finished yesterday. 3 people outside the stadium were shot, but fans who rushed out of the ballpark say the entire experience was very scary.
We start leaving, and then we hear another bang. We're near the center field gate, and more people just start running out.
It was my second shooting, so I was kind of prepared, because I always am expecting something to happen.
The shooting outside the stadium wasn't the only high-profile one in the nation's capital this weekend. A 6-year-old girl was shot and killed while she was riding on a scooter in D.C. on Friday night. 5 adults were also hurt. It was another deadly weekend across the country. The Gun Violence Archive says 150 people were killed in shootings, including 10 people in Chicago. The city's police superintendent says it's rolling out a 50-member gun investigations team to focus on gun trafficking.
Every gun recovery is a potential deadly force encounter, and every gun recovery is a potential saved life.
Sorry about that. That was the wrong video earlier. Chicago police say they have recovered more than 6,600 guns so far this year. The superintendent says that is an unprecedented number for mid-July.
New at 5, new restrictions from the Justice Department are making it harder to obtain the records of journalists. The DOJ formally adopted the policies today. It restricts prosecutors from seeking records or testimony from reporters. The regulations will not apply to journalists who are under investigation. One Capitol rioter is heading to prison.
When we come back at 5, coming up, find out how long he's been sentenced and how many more people might join him.
And there's more local news ahead. Coming up at 6, we tell our kids, of course, to eat their vegetables and fruits and not to steal them. We'll hear from the Madison woman who is confused by this plant pilferer shown here and what his intentions might be. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6. Stay with us.
You've got enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the all-new 2022 Volkswagen Taos has a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota RAV4. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the all-new 2022 Taos S for just $229 a month.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save. Get free installation labor, free financing for a year, and get a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
At General Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort is important to us. From keeping you cozy warm to cooling you off with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our free home comfort program and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Celebrating 75 years of providing award-winning comfort for your home. Turn to the experts, Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
You've got enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the all-new 2022 Volkswagen Taos has a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota RAV4. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the all-new 2022 Taos S for just $229 a month.
Tuesday morning on News 3 Now, I'm checking out a new social club in the 608.
And Chris Reese has a look at your forecast if you're headed to the Deer District for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Join us from 4:30 to 7 for News 3 Now this morning.
A News 3 Now investigation uncovered hundreds of workplace safety complaints during the pandemic.
Just 12% were followed up with an inspection.
Too many frontline workers were exposed to COVID.
Taking action to get the information you deserve. News 3 Now investigates. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A new collaboration between UW Health, the Weissman Center, and the UW School of Medicine and Public Health is trying to better understand rare genetic diseases.
About 1 in 12 people will have a rare disease, most of which are genetic. And most of the time, these diseases manifest when you are a child. And parents and their child will go through years of investigations to try to find an answer for their child.
The new undiagnosed genetic disease clinic will work to provide a diagnosis to patients, work to better understand conditions once they are identified, and discover new genes that can cause human disease. Doctors looking to learn more about the clinic can visit its website. It is chgpm.wisc.edu. Next tonight, the U.S. says China is responsible for some of the recent widespread cyber attacks.
The White House is accusing China's secretive civilian intelligence agency of using criminal contract hackers. U.S. officials say the hackers conducted a range of destabilizing activities around the world. They say the attacks are closely linked to the Chinese government. The White House press secretary says this isn't the first time the president is raising concerns about China's behavior.
We take cyber actions against our country and against private sector entities quite seriously. The Department of Justice is imposing costs and today announced criminal charges against 4 MSS hackers. These charges address activities concerning a multi-year campaign targeting foreign governments and entities in key sectors.
The U.S. says it is not ruling out further actions to hold China accountable. 8 months in prison, that is how long a Florida man was sentenced today for his role in the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. It is the first sentence handed down to a Capitol rioter charged with a felony. Last month, 38-year-old Paul Allard Hodgkins pleaded guilty to obstructing an official proceeding. Today's sentence is less than the 18 months the Department of Justice asked for. Nearly 550 rioters have been charged overall. 230 are facing the same obstruction charge as Hodgkins.
Take a look at this new video. An 18-year-old pilot made an emergency landing today. This is on a bridge in Ocean City, New Jersey. The pilot said his plane was having engine trouble, so he released its banner into the ocean. And it was one of those with the banner trailing behind it, was trying to get to a nearby airport, but when he spotted a big gap in traffic, decided to go ahead and try to land it right there on the road. The pilot wasn't hurt. The plane has no damage. Crews towed that plane away after about an hour. All right, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. And Gary Canalte's really getting in on that NBA fever, Gary. Bucks fever, catch it.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people will be heading down or heading eastward to Milwaukee for the Bucks game tomorrow night, and many people will be outside. Well, there is a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm before the game. That's as a lake breeze front kind of works inland and perhaps generates a shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures have dropped off a little bit since my forecast yesterday. It looks like it'd be about 76 by the time people start gathering before the game. When the game starts around 8 p.m., about a 72 temperature, and then down to 69 by the time the Bucks hopefully be celebrating after the game, but by that time any rain should be farther out to the west. On Doppler track, nothing across Wisconsin. There's a cluster of thunderstorms that's working almost straight southward from eastern North Dakota into western Minnesota, but you can see even those thunderstorms are dissipating. That's an indication that there's warm air aloft, and it's kind of acting as a lid on the atmosphere. And looking ahead into the future, this is future track over the next 10 days. Still calling, one of the computer models calls for around an inch of rain around Madison, lesser amounts to the south and west. The other future track computer model, a little bit less, generally about ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. That's less than the 1.5 inches that we normally would get for a 10-day period this time of year. And take a look at the further outlooks from the Climate Prediction Center. Above normal temperatures expected with the highest probabilities just out to the west. This takes us almost through the end of July. Precipitation expected to be below normal for much of the country. Maybe a little spot out west with some monsoon moisture across parts of Nevada and the far northeastern part of the country. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook and precipitation outlook, not much different. Above normal temperatures for almost the entire country and below normal precipitation, again, for a large part of the country, except for that little area out to the west. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Warm weather will continue with high temperatures in the upper 80s for tomorrow. Look for the humidity to stick around and keep our weather pretty humid all the way through next week, with one exception. That's Wednesday. And then there'll be a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, and maybe Wednesday as well. Temperatures are still comfortably warm here, lower to middle 80s across our part of the Midwest. Out to the west, you can see that growing heat wave. Almost 110 degrees in Glasgow, North Dakota right now. Dew point temperatures are in the upper 50s to the lower 60s. Still not terribly humid, but that moisture is lurking down to the south, and eventually that'll be pulled northward, and we'll see our humidity level levels go up as well. So for tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies, very warm and humid, high 88, heat index about 90 to 95. There is just a slight chance for a late afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm. You can see this on Future Track. By 4 p.m. tomorrow, maybe a shower or thunderstorm here or there. But notice that wind shift to the northeast. That's what will bring in the lake cooled air into Milwaukee. We'll be down to about 61 by early on Wednesday morning. And again, just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Wednesday. High temperatures back to the lower 80s. But we're right up into the upper 80s for Thursday and Friday. The humidity comes back. There'll be a chance for a shower or thunderstorm in there. Maybe the best chance on Saturday. And then the rain chances go down until perhaps Wednesday of next week. But temperatures will stay warm. The humidity levels will stay high. As we check out first warn traffic right now, we're seeing some delays on the Beltline. Right now, eastbound delays start around Monona Drive and go back to almost Verona Road. Westbound delays start around Todd Drive and go back to near Park Street. Travel right now on the eastbound Beltline in about a 20-minute commute, 17 minutes back on the westbound Beltline between University Avenue and I-3990. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, also a 16-minute trip. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. More people would like to eat out, but there are fewer places to go. Coming up at 5, how some restaurants are beating the odds and finding ways to stay open.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Who see everyone's safety as equally important, experience our advanced standard safety technology on a full line of vehicles. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. See Lexus of Madison.
He's here! He's here!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
A Madison Magazine exclusive, the untold story of Nirvana on the 30th anniversary of Nevermind, and Madison's pivotal role in the band's runaway success. With never-seen photos and local accounts, get your collector's issue of Madison Magazine on newsstands now. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. The owners of Metcalf's Market are getting recognized for their contributions to our community. The Wisconsin Grocers Association honored fourth-generation owners Tim and Kevin Metcalf today. Over the past year, the Metcalfs have organized several events helping all kinds of nonprofits, from a community baby shower to the Salvation Army.
Yeah, it was a surprise. We actually knew that we had these two guys getting awards, but Kevin and I didn't know that we were nominated too, so it was quite the honor.
During the pandemic, Tim Metcalf also worked to make sure that the state includes grocery workers as a priority group of essential workers, so they were able to receive a COVID vaccine as early as possible. We know that the pandemic has taken its toll on the restaurant industry. Over the past year alone, more than 90,000 restaurants have closed.
And those that are still operating are facing some major challenges. But as CBS News' Dylan Thomas shows, one business is beating the odds and finding a creative way to survive.
Here you go, ladies.
Sabrina Holm and her husband Craig Henry followed their dream to start JoJo's Barbecue in Fort Collins, Colorado. But just as they opened their doors last year, growing coronavirus cases shut down much of the economy.
It got a little scarier and scarier as each day went by, the news changed.
They had to close their small dining area, focusing instead on delivery and takeout.
Our growth might be low and slow, but we're just grateful to be here, and we're grateful to have a business.
JoJo's is housed right here inside Munchie's Market, which allowed them to stay open through the pandemic when so many others could not survive. According to Data Essential, 11.5% of restaurants have shut down permanently. That's more than 1 out of every 10. Places that are open face major challenges, including a lack of workers, higher costs, and delivery delays, which caused this Michigan restaurant to temporarily take a popular item off the menu.
Telling a guest that we're out of chicken, it's just a sentence I never thought I would say, but we legitimately just couldn't get the chicken.
Restaurants are still dealing with a crushing amount of debt that they've taken on over the past 15 months when they were forced to be closed.
Sean Kennedy from the National Restaurant Association is asking Congress to deliver another round of relief to the Restaurant Revitalization Fund.
This project could be an absolute lifeline for the restaurant industry, the nation's second largest private sector employer.
JoJo's is dealing with rising prices for meat. But they hope business will pick up now that Americans are experiencing a new taste of normalcy. Dylan Thomas, CBS News, Fort Collins, Colorado.
And industry experts say the hardest hit sector of the restaurant business has been food trucks. In fact, nearly 1 out of every 4 have been forced to permanently shut down. There's a new spot to hit the greens and fairways up in the Dells. Andy North, Trappers Turn Golf Club, and Oliphant Golf have teamed up to design and construct a new par 3 course. It's called 12 North. Unique in that it's got 12 holes ranging from just 50 to 120 yards. Tee times are available beginning tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock.
We'll get a final check of your forecast after a short break.
If your home's roof is showing its age or has storm damage, here's a great offer. Get a brand new top-of-the-line GAF roof with a 50-year warranty and save now. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. GAF asphalt shingles are the best, and my team has earned Master Elite status with GAF. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for a year, and get a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by so many of your neighbors and voted best of Madison, Fry Construction delivers lasting quality for your home. In honor of our 26 years, we are offering 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Menards has everything for your home projects, inside and out. Update your doors with our great selection of quick-set levers, lock sets, and deadbolts. Find over 100 styles and 6 finish options to complement any door in your home. Save 11% on all quick-set interior and exterior lock sets. Add the final look to your outdoor landscaping with Master Gardener Lawn Edging. All lawn edging is 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You can get into the last 3 concerts on the Square shows of the summer for just $5. The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra reducing the cost of all reserved seat and general admission tickets today. This year's concerts are being held over at Breese Stevens Field. Tickets are usually $12 for those reserved seats. The last 3 shows will be this Wednesday, along with July 28th and August 4th.
And Gary's here with a final check of the weather.
Yeah, very nice out there. The humidity's starting to come up a bit. Temperatures also a little bit warmer in some spots. Live view from the WIC Skycam. Lots of sunshine out there. The Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam. You can see that hazy smoke in the air from the Canadian wildfires. Temperatures are in the lower to middle 80s. Janesville right now 84, Madison 83, 85 in Boscobel. Dew-point temperatures right around 60, so they go up a couple of degrees each day. And we'll look for a low tonight of about 63, high tomorrow 88, maybe a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the afternoon or in the evening. But the rain chances for the most part will stay low, even though they'll be there almost on a daily basis. Probably the best chances for rain will be on Saturday, but with the exception of an 81 high on Wednesday, temperatures mid to upper 80s all the way through the middle of next week.
All right, Gary, thanks. Gary and I'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News. Nora O'Donnell.